Hello guys and welcome back to my channel, it's Del, and I'm back today with a brand new video. So as you guys are probably aware, 2015 and the start of 2016 are shaping up to be absolutely fantastic in terms of game releases, so I just thought I would run through my top 10 hotly anticipated games over the next year or so. Hope you guys enjoy. Number 10. Return of the Obra Dinn is the next project in development by Lucas Pope, creator of the popular document-checking game Papers, Please. Rendered in a 1-bit art style, you play as an insurance adjuster for the East India Company's London office, investigating the Obra Dinn, a merchant ship that set sail in 1802. Its destination was the Cape of Good Hope, however after 6 months, it hadn't reached its destination and was declared lost at sea. 6 years later, in 1808, the ship comes drifting back into port in London with damaged sails and no crew. Your job is to board the ship and find the captain's logbook to determine exactly what happened to the crew and why they didn't reach their destination. First off, I love the art style that Lucas Pope is using here. It's being developed in Unity, so it has got a solid engine behind, and it really is one of a kind. We've never really seen anything like this before with the 1-bit art style and the first-person gameplay. I also love games which utilise sort of detective gameplay, such as LA Noire and Murdered Soul Suspect, so I'm looking forward to getting my teeth into Return of the Obra Dinn when it releases. There's currently no estimated release date, so it may be a while before we see anything available for purchase. However, you can currently download a very early dev build, which I'll link in the description. It's also only available on PC for the time being, however that may change in the future. Number 9. A slightly more well-known title at number 9, Mad Max the video game, currently in development by Avalanche Studios, the guys behind the Just Cause series. You play as, yep, you've guessed it, Mad Max, whose goal is to recover his stolen treasured vehicle, the Interceptor, which was stolen when a group of marauders ran Max off the road on his way to the Plains of Silence. It's currently unknown whether the game will be first or third person, however it's being classed as a vehicular combat action-adventure game. Personally, I'm hoping for a new and improved spiritual successor to Rage, the first-person action-adventure game developed by ID Software, released back in 2010. Rage had mixed reviews and I personally wasn't a huge fan, although that may be because I hyped myself up far too much for it. I was expecting something similar to Fallout, but it ended up being a lot more linear. Mad Max is my number 9 because I don't want that to happen again. I'd like it to evolve from the gameplay Rage introduced, but also introduce new mechanics, which it seems like it will do, with the Wikipedia page stating there's options to play either stealthily or aggressively, and there's more focus on the vehicles with the ability to modify pretty much every aspect, the engine, wheels, paint job, chassis, etc, and that'll all affect how the vehicle performs. Mad Max is scheduled for an early September 2015 release on PC, PS4 and Xbox One, so only approximately 5 months to go. Number 8. This one may feel a little cheesy, however it is a game and it's in development, so I'm putting it here. I am incredibly excited for the remaining episodes to Life is Strange, the episodic adventure mystery game from Don't Nod Entertainment and Square Enix. You play as Max Caulfield, a slight outcast at university who suddenly develops the ability to rewind time. The complete story arc is yet to be explained, however from the first 2 episodes there's 2 major plot points. 1, a popular girl has disappeared, and 2, a huge tornado that only Max knows about is going to hit the town in a few days, as she saw it through a vision, which was a side effect to her ability to rewind time. If you haven't seen or played Life is Strange at this point, to catch yourself up, go check out the full playthroughs of both episodes 1 and 2 on my channel. It's an incredibly emotional journey with a lot of moral choices that affect the final outcome. Even though we are only 2 episodes in, I feel incredibly attached to Max as a character, and also the accompanying characters like Chloe and Kate. It plays similarly to Telltale's plethora of episodic games like The Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us. It's like a mix of point-and-click and 3D adventure. It's currently available on PC, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360 and Xbox One. Episode 3 is due to release sometime in May, and I cannot wait. Number 7. Firewatch is a fairly unknown game being developed by Campo Santo, a company without any previous games to their name. However, some of the employees have previously worked on games such as Brutal Legend, Bioshock 2 and The Walking Dead Season 1. You play as Henry, a man who has taken a summer job as a fire lookout in the Wyoming wilderness. It's supposed to be a peaceful retreat from your usual hectic life, however it soon becomes the exact opposite as you start to question some of the things you experience. Your only connection is to your supervisor, a woman named Delilah who also starts to experience similar things things. Whether that means supernatural, paranormal, or something else altogether is yet to be discovered. Firewatch is another first-person mystery game, which I said earlier I absolutely love, so this is right up my alley. It also looks absolutely gorgeous and reminds me of a cleaner The Long Dark, both with the graphics and the setting. I'm very much looking forward to news on Firewatch, as I am already pretty hyped despite not knowing much about the game at all. It is currently only confirmed for PC, Mac and Linux, however they've already said other platforms are a possibility. Number 6. We Happy Few is a first-person stealth and survival adventure game which blew up in popularity after the devs, Compulsion Games, who made Contrast, showed off the game at PAX East this year. Set in an alternate reality, drug-fueled 1960s England, you have to escape the creepily, permanently happy society you've become a part of, as everyone else is always under the influence of a drug simply named Joy. They don't take kindly to people who don't conform to the rules, and are out to kill you, so you have to dodge, duck, dip, dive and dodge your way through buildings to make your escape. Not much more info is known currently, however Compulsion Games have announced more info will be released in the near future. I love alternate reality games, although I guess in essence every video game is an alternate reality game, but that's besides the point. As soon as I saw the trailer for We Happy Few, I became incredibly hyped. It also introduces a very unique story element, which is the whole drug malarkey. It makes the town seem very eerie, but also enthralling at the same time, as you can see through a lot of the artwork. I've signed up for the mailing list for Compulsion Games, as I'm very eager to get into the pre-alpha for We Happy Few if possible. Currently only confirmed for PC, We Happy Few doesn't have a release date yet, but the sooner the better. Number 5. The most well-known title in my list so far, Star Wars Battlefront, is a shooter in development by DICE, the same company behind the Battlefield franchise. It's the third entry to the Battlefront series, however the first two were developed by Pandemic Studios and were hailed as great games during the PS2 and original Xbox era, so effectively Star Wars Battlefront 3 without the 3. If the premise of the original Battlefront games and DICE's history with Battlefield is anything to go by, the new Battlefront will be a multiplayer first-person shooter in the Star Wars universe. There's not many details at all that have been released so far, so a lot of it is just currently speculation. I need to start my opinion off by saying I love Star Wars. I'm not the biggest fanatic in terms of the lore and being able to recite every piece of dialogue in every movie, but I do love the Star Wars universe as a whole. That, combined with an improved Frostbite engine, which is used in Battlefield, could be incredible. I say could because Battlefield 3, 4 and more recently Hardline all came with quite a few issues, but if they managed to polish Battlefront off and release without any game-breaking bugs, it could easily become my game of the year. Just the thought of manoeuvring an AT-AT across Hoth or shooting a blaster rifle across Tatooine makes me giddy. I'm not trying to get too hyped due to the downfalls of the Battlefield series, but it really is difficult. Please DICE, do not fuck this up. Battlefront is scheduled for a late 2015 release across PS4, Xbox One and PC. Number 4. Tom Clancy's The Division is a third-person open-world MMORPG survival shooter in development by Ubisoft. You play as a part of a classified unit of self-support tactical agents known as the Strategic Homeland Division, aka The Division, amongst a collapsing United States due to a lethal disease which started to contaminate the nation on Black Friday via germs on banknotes. You are given direct authority by the President of the United States to do whatever it takes to get the city under control and restore authority. I saw the original trailer for The Division during E3 2013, and I got so hyped. The original trailer made the game look incredible. I've always been a fan of post-apocalyptic, and while this isn't post-apocalyptic by definition, it looks like it'll feature the same sort of mechanics with the survival aspect of what seems to be a focus on bandits and combat. I've never been a huge MMO player, but the only one I've ever been invested in was RuneScape back in 2006 and 2007, but I definitely wouldn't mind if this became the time sink for me that RuneScape used to be. Overall, it looks like a very solid title, and while there isn't a lot of leaked details, I'm looking forward to the supposed 2015 release on Xbox One, PS4 and PC. Number 3. Minecraft Story Mode is an upcoming episodic adventure by undoubtedly the episodic video game kings, Telltale Games, in collaboration with the creators of Minecraft, Mojang Studios. It isn't based around Steve, the main character of Minecraft, but more around the Minecraft environments and adventures. Currently not much more else is known, however the first episode is scheduled for release in 2015. Minecraft is easily my most played game of all time. There was a period where it was all I play every day for the good part of a year. I've become less interested recently, but nevertheless it's still one of my my favourite games of all time, and the same likely goes for a lot of you guys watching too. I'm also a huge fan of episodic games that are entirely focused on story and player choices like Life is Strange and all the other Telltale experiences, so combining that aspect with my most played game of all time creates a whole ton of excitement for me. I've no idea where they're going to take it in terms of the story, but I'm looking forward to finding out, and will no doubt let's play the game on release. It's due to release on pretty much every console: PC, Mac, Linux, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS4, PS3, iOS and Android, so if you want to play it, there is a good chance you'll have the right system. Number 2. Most likely, the single game with the most hype generated worldwide, Fallout 4 is rumoured to be the next installment in the Fallout franchise, succeeding Fallout New Vegas and before that Fallout 3. There has been no formal announcement, but it is likely in development by Bethesda, and there's strong rumours it's been in development for over 2 years, most likely even more. Bethesda have, for the first time ever, announced they will be holding a press conference specifically for their games at E3 2015. It's been so long since New Vegas that at this point, everyone is expecting a Fallout 4 announcement. However, it could also be an announcement for Dishonored 2, The Elder Scrolls 6, a brand new IP, or any mix and match of those. Fallout is arguably my favourite franchise of all time. Fallout New Vegas is arguably my favourite game of all time. I couldn't possibly be more hyped at the thought of what Fallout 4 could become, how detailed and expansive they can make the world, new enemies and NPCs, new themes, etc. What could also be interesting is any new mechanics they introduce, as they introduced aim-down sights to New Vegas as it wasn't available in 3. Will they introduce vehicles, any modifications to the VAT system? How about the level and experience progression? They've had so long to develop the game, I have my utmost faith in Bethesda to pull through with Fallout 4, and it will consume my life when it releases. There's no news on a release date, however it's undoubtedly being created for PS4, Xbox One and PC. And last but not least, Number 1. No Man's Sky is a space exploration and adventure game in development by Hello Games that goes behind the Joe Danger games. You play as a space explorer traversing a procedurally generated universe with supposedly 18 quintillion possible planets. You can play online and offline as whatever you please. That could be a merchant, a bandit, an explorer, absolutely whatever you want. The overall goal for the player is to make your way to the centre of the galaxy, and the co-founder of Hello Games has stated it's possible within 40 to 100 hours of gameplay. That's a hell of a broad range, but really, is anyone going to actually head straight there? I won't for sure. I want to experience everything possible in the game before reaching the end goal. My aim is to be the next Christopher Columbus. I'm going to be a peaceful explorer going from planet to planet, collecting resources, defeating hostile creatures, and upgrading my character and ship. Every single player starts in their own solar system, so even though it's a multiplayer universe, finding another player is incredibly rare. The players have complete control over the universe too. For example, you could completely eradicate the existence of a certain species if you were so inclined. You also get to name everything you find if you're the first person to find it. For example, plants, planets, and species. There's no predefined quests for you to go on, you create your own adventure. I could go on for hours about No Man's Sky, but I won't. Instead, check the description for more information on this and all the other games I've mentioned. Hello Games are aiming for a 2015 release, however it's unconfirmed, and it'll be a timed exclusive for PS4, then releasing on PC later. I'll probably buy it on both. So there we have it, my top 10 upcoming games as of April 2015. Do you guys agree? Disagree? What games are you guys looking forward to? Please let me know in the comments. We go to the chest. Might end up using... Oh no. Sorry. Stumbling over my commentary because, ow! I'm just getting confused between the run I did just have, where I got 9 lives, and I was thinking, oh yeah, we're actually going to have 10 attempts at this, because I had 9 lives in Eternal Collar. But, Guppy's Collar even, not Eternal Collar. But actually, no, I am incredibly incorrect with that assumption. Okay. Okay. Even if we do come second, gotta do this without taking too much damage.